SZA drops by our studio to talk about her new EP and life as a top dog.
Yes, plus Lil Jon's son, DJ Young Slade, takes the ones and twos.
That's right. Now we're talking about the difference between commercial and socially aware hip-hop. Still with me, our hip-hop artist Killer Mike, Dee-1. We got DāM-FunK here too, and via Skype, the music producer Ninth Wonder. All right, how you guys doing? You
good,
right?
doing good, man.
So I want to talk a little bit about this. This idea. Killer Mike, I want to start you with this. We'll talk about how rap has evolved since the time of N.W.A and that era.
Oh man, it's a lot of people like, oh, it's better, oh, it's worse. Nah, rap is still rap. You know, rap is still primarily. I named my last album Rebellious African People's Music, rap music, because whether we want to admit it or not, rap is still viewed as something that's in particular in terms of who does it, black males. And rap has always been, rap and the barbershop have been the two places where it was safe for black males to be angry. It's not safe for me to be angry. You know, if I'm angry, cops are gonna come and they're gonna get nervous and I could potentially die. You know what I mean? So it's never been safe for me to be outwardly aggressive, you know, unless I'm playing a sport, and I didn't like dribbling balls. So for me, rap was the place that I got to do that at. And I think that rap has progressed in that it doesn't only showcase black male anger now. Shows your love, shows your lust, shows your passion, shows your happiness. And to me, it's a fuller spectrum of the black male experience now, and I'm comfortable with that. You know, I'm happy because we need to be seen in a full spectrum and not just like reactionary type beasts as we once were. Like when N.W.A or Public Enemy, they didn't care what the message was. Chuck D's voice scared people. He didn't matter what he was saying. Ice Cube's aura and voice scared people. But the same people were afraid of De La Soul and Tribe Called Quest because they had naughty dreadlocks and wore loose clothes. So I think that what rap has done for the consciousness of America in the last 30 years is grow everyone up and grow everyone closer. So my child, my daughter who's 16, has 16-year-old friends who don't come from her background, don't look or talk like her, and yet they can be friends because the thing that grounds them is this music that they both understand.
It's beautiful that rap's become a vessel for that in that sense, in that cultural communication. Dame, I want to talk to you about it a little bit. How do you think hip-hop and the rap culture has evolved since that time?
I think it has evolved. Exactly what Killer Mike was talking about. I agree. It's like, my only thing is that, I agree with a lot of what everybody's saying out here as far as hip-hop, but there's so many other styles of music that we all do. We don't have to subscribe to any kind of particular rule in order to, be able to say, negative things or whether it be positive. It's like, my music is like about like the real actual experience that like somebody is living in the city, whether it be an instrumental or lyrics. And my thing is like lately, the N-word, you know what I'm saying? It's like being profusely used in a lot of music. And I just feel that we don't have to say it, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't see the reason why we always have to say that word or the B word, you know what I'm saying? Right. That's my choice. I came from the hood, I saw everything, but I don't have to say it in my music. I don't have to say the N word or the B word in my music, and I don't want my record label to get paid off of me saying those words, so I don't say it in my music.
Absolutely. No, we invited you all here because you guys really do take that approach to your music. It's very important to us in this conversation. For instance, you have the song J15 Weezy. Talk a bit about what you were trying to say with that track.
Man, when I wrote that song, I had just graduated from college, and I had a 9 to 5 at the time. I was teaching middle school. So I'm teaching these kids every day, and I'm seeing that they'll learn Jay-Z, 50 Cent, Lil Wayne, Lil Boosie lyrics way before I could teach them multiplication or long division. And I'm seeing what has their attention. So when we talk about hip-hop painting the full human experience, if these artists like Jay-Z, 50 Cent, and Lil Wayne could tell you when they were in the streets dealing drugs and when they were out there living that life, why not talk about you graduating from that? Why not talk about now you're not on that and teach other people how to come up out of that? Paint the whole picture for people. And that's what I wanted to do. So I wrote that song and I put a video out to it, and I was really nervous because I said, man, if people perceive this like I'm hating on these brothers or anything, I'm not jealous, man. I'm to a point where I'm content with however much money I have, however much success I have, because my blessings come from God. So Jay-Z, 50 Cent, nor Lil Wayne could take that from me. So I put the video out and it changed my life. And a couple years later, because of speaking truth and positivity and speaking about, real things that people in the barbershops are already talking about, because they're already having that conversation in barbershops. It got me a record deal. It got me on nationwide tours, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And by being myself. So that's what I want people like my students to see.
No, that's great. Yeah, and it's a video worth checking out. I definitely suggest everyone here do. Ninth Wonder, I'm going to come to you on this last question. Unfortunately, this is all we got time for. You know, do you think that there's going to be a new wave, a new successful wave of artists that are elevating the discourse and kind of being able to embrace social and political issues in a way that still resonates with the audience?
I think so. I think we're living in a situation where you have kids that's listening to records 20 years prior to them. Everything runs in a 20-year cycle. If you're looking at history, everything runs in a 20-year cycle. That means history repeats itself all the time. So now you have a quote-unquote new golden era coming along. And I think the beginning of that golden era is TDE. I truly believe that when you got Kendrick, you have Schoolboy, Ab is coming up next. You have the Joey Badasses, you have Bishop Nehru's, you have Rhapsodies, you have all of these artists, even my man Dee-1. I mean, you have all these artists coming along, and it's kind of reminiscent of the early 90s, late 80s. And a lot of that time, like Killer Mike spoke about, it was conscious rap during that time too. We had rappers like Tribe and Daylight was talking about other stuff. So I think that's coming back. I think that's slowly coming back, and I think it's a generation that's ready for it.
Well said.
We just all have to be patient.
No, it's well said, Ninth Wonder. And you know, speaking of TDE, we've got SZA in the house today too, so we're definitely celebrating TDE and everything they had to say. I want to thank you, Ninth Wonder, for being here. Killer Mike, Dee-1, and DāM-FunK. A great conversation. I wish we had more time for it. It's a great start. Check out all these artists' work. Of course, you should know that they're doing really great stuff. Now, I gotta take it to my man, Damage. Damage, what you got going on, man?
Man, first of all, Amrit, what a conversation. First of all, we got Ninth Wonder, Killer Mike, Dee-1, DāM-FunK. One more time, can y'all give it up to those panelists right there?